Record.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the NBA Junkie and B-Ball Junkies. Oh my goodness.
Indeed.
We got a lot to discuss now. So, since the last episode, what has happened?
I guess, last summer was kind of a lot, so I wouldn't say monumental trades, but some pretty big trades have happened. Biggest because it relates to your team, Chris Paul was finally traded from
Again.
Oh yeah, he was traded from the Suns for Bradley Beal and then got traded again from Washington to
Hey.
Golden State, which is interesting, but whatever. And Washington gets Jordan Poole, which
I
that
have so many thoughts on that, bro. Oh my God.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, we'll go one by one. Okay, so let's start with this CP for JP swap. First of all, the fact that they chose Draymond over Jordan pisses me off so bad.
It would never be anything differently. Jordan Poole has not won all those championships.
Draymond didn't win all those championships, if we want to be honest. Both of them was just a small part of the puzzle. The biggest part is Steph and will forever be. So if we want to get serious, okay. That one game where Draymond was lighting up them backpack threes and had like 32. Okay, we'll give him that. That was one game.
If they were a car, Steph is like
the engine.
Nah, Draymond's the engine because he's with the team, but Steph is
what drove it into the ground.
Because he literally everything that they do is they know that they can't win without him. Steve Kerr said it. So the head coach said we can't win without Draymond. So there's a pick right there. It don't even matter. The dude who runs the whole show said that. So there's no why they paid Jordan Poole that much anyway in the first place to be putting themselves in that position.
Why would they trade Jordan Poole, the 24-year-old now, for my 38-year-old point guard? There's no common sense in that entire organization. So I don't really care about their opinion. They're not smart.
The money. They got to get off the money that the new CBA is about to kick in. Not this season, but next season. And
so you're going to go and give Draymond the money that you just...
He deserves it.
Does he? After he just screwed your whole season?
I think, let me see when he signed his last contract, because when he signed his last contract, that may have been the case. Nah, that's way too far. But whenever it was, he took a pay cut.
For KD, yeah.
And so they've won these championships now. He does deserve his money. And everybody in the organization knows that. And Jordan Poole, you got to factor in that he took a major downturn this season. Not only
because of one event.
No, just okay, if you want to blame the punch on him playing bad, okay. And then even in the playoffs, but it's just things he's just a bad player. Like he's just not good at defense. That didn't have anything to do with the punch. He was not good at defense forever.
There's really nobody on that team that's good at defense. Clay is old now. Steph is improving, but it's never going to be that great. I mean, Draymond isn't really the best defender that people think he is. I'm sorry.
He made first team all defense last year.
How long ago?
Last year.
I feel like a lot of the time we're just giving Draymond defensive awards and accolades because of what he used to be. He's a pest. He's like a smarter version of Pat Bev to me.
He's a bigger version of Pat Bev. That's what.
So he's annoying, but he's not really good at defense.
That's his point. Like when you think of irritants, it's him. What's his name? Perfect example. Idiot Dylan Brooks. He's a worse. He's literally a worse version of Draymond. Like that's they're one the same. He's the top pest. He's the top irritant in our level of basketball since the NBA's been around for us. So I mean, he deserves to get the pay, and I mean, he has the accolades. He's a defensive player of the year. He's 4-time champion. He had a almost 30-point triple-double in 2016 Game 7. I mean,
I'm not going based off 2016.
I'm just saying the respect is there, especially that he's a really good defender. If really watching him, and it's really the smart things. It's more than just the effort on ball, because anybody can be good as putting in the effort to defend.
Yeah.
it's the little things like how on that one, I forgot what game it was. It probably like game 4 or something in the first round versus Sacramento. De'Aaron was about to drive and he gets to that left elbow like every single
Yeah.
his late game, game winners is from the left elbow. And Draymond sat there and cut it off. Like just
he's left-handed, so
I mean,
that's
simple things like that because he's there, Steph and them don't have to play great defense. Clay used to be I guess he was a great defender, whatever. He used to be. But I mean, they got Andrew Wiggins too for a good wing defender. But it's just Jordan Poole wasn't, I don't think he wasn't what they needed, I guess, or he turned this year.
The year before.
Yeah.
Until you shattered his confidence. And then everything went downhill because when Draymond wasn't there, he putting up 40-point games and helping them win regular season games that they so desperately needed because they were awful this season. And then when Draymond comes back, he pisses Jordan off again. And so then he's just like, I don't want to be here. And so maybe it was time for him to go because
it was time for him to
they
go.
were going to pick him over Draymond, unfortunately, which is stupid.
Is literally the captain of that team.
And when he retires, you're going to have nothing, which is why you should have just went ahead and parted ways now because that time is coming before Jordan's is. So it's crazy how we went from this is going to be Steph's predecessor to never mind, we're going to pick Draymond at his old advanced age to, lead us to more failure because we're not winning another ring.
Okay, that's crazy. He didn't lead to failure. He has led to 4 championships, which is a thing.
No, because 2 of those championships, none of them get credit for it. That's all KD.
No, that's definitely not KD.
It's totally KD.
Joined the greatest team of all time. So
yeah, he did.
Collective effort, everybody at least.
And there was literally a game where KD had 40 and the rest of them had like less than 12.
But the offense, KD's getting the most open shots he ever had in his life from playing with them. So
whatever.
I hate on those 2 championships too, so those could be thrown away. But the actual, and I guess last year, I don't even want to call that one impressive because they didn't play anything.
Draymond gets no credit for that because he was trash. Even his mother said he was trash.
Really bad, but I mean,
so
it's
really credit for one.
Intangibles. That's why he's there, and they know that, and they're paying him, or they're gonna try. So
they better not.
I like the addition of Chris Paul. Minus, it literally juxtaposed that Warriors play style, but it's just Chris Paul is.
Yeah.
Really, it's not crazy to say this. Chris Paul and Steph Curry are the greatest point guards of our generation. So to have them on the same team,
absolutely
crazy. You got Steph, the ultimate combo guard, starting, and I don't see why they would start Chris Paul, but they were talking about that.
See why they would bring him off the bench, honestly.
But you can't start him. You got the Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Looney. That's a good starting lineup.
Why Clay down? Really? Hey, honestly, start Andrew Wiggins. What are we still giving Clay that respect for? Yeah, I was not impressed with his season. I don't care if this is the highest percentage or the highest point per games he had. I'm not feeling it.
Well, Wiggins is at the 3. It's him at the 3, and Draymond 4, and what's his name 5. They probably push. Oh yeah, because that's how Mark Jackson used to run it before Steve Kerr. So they probably push Draymond to the 5 and then have Steph be like a shooting guard and roam around and have a small.
It's going to be the smallest lineup in the league. They're not going to run nobody out of them because Chris Paul is not about to run up and down with them.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'm confused. He has to come off the bench and run that second. That's what Jordan Poole's job was, is to bring the scoring punch and run the second unit. But when he failed to do that, that
was too much on his shoulders.
But that's
because their second unit was terrible. So it's like
him to shoot they want him to be the primary scorer. So whenever so that's his team. And so, but if you saying that's too much for him, that's this then Washington.
No, if you look at it like this way, like Jordan is the only person who could score in that second unit. They're not going to double Dante. They're not going to double Anthony Lamb. Like they were sending doubles at Jordan and nobody else could score. Like, so what was he supposed to do? Pull some magic out his tail?
Play make and make a pass, which is one thing.
Man, they got to hit the open shots though.
That's fair. But Jordan,
that's
another thing. Like Devin Booker has consistently, maybe he's always been good at it, but he's gotten better and it's really started to show where people's giving the recognition of being or actually recognizing his playmaking skills. Let's say it's been there. I don't know. But we always known him as a scorer, but he can make that the tough cross court
Yeah.
pass you need to make, like you're saying. You pull two, that's the one that's open. Jordan pulled, nor he doesn't even see it. He doesn't see it at all. But and he couldn't make that pass, even if he did see. But dang, did Clay have his highest average this year?
I think that's what the Warriors fans were saying because we were saying he was washed, in which he is. I don't care about you bringing out no statistics. I'm watching it with my eyes.
Nah, I mean he played good in the regular season. He shot 41% from three, but I mean I don't see this. There's no way this was his like best season. Maybe it was though.
I don't know, but I wasn't impressed. He played less games too, so I mean that's less of a sample size to go off of. But yeah,
Yeah, I guess or no, his best one was with KD in them, which is interesting. He averaged 22.3 that first KD year, which is he must have been getting a lot of open threes. But that's besides the point. Warriors get Chris Paul. Interesting. This isn't really, I mean, this is your favorite player. So, I mean, I don't know if you're going for them now, but I mean, this isn't going to
no,
at all.
they weren't going to win before they got him. They're not going to win with Chris Paul. I really wish that he could have went back to the Suns, but because Isaiah Thomas has his foot so far in our organization, he's not going to because Isaiah Thomas is a hater and Chris Paul or me, nor me, does not like him. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's want to move into the next little thing. You want to run through these draftees real quick. I don't think y'all had anything, but
Tumani Kamara, whoever that is. He's 6'8" and handsome. So
what was his name?
Tumani Kamara or something.
What pick did y'all have?
52.
Oh,
When we could have had, oh, I don't know if we had any this year, anyways.
I see from Dayton.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, the Nets had our picks.
Oh yeah, he not getting any burn. But just a small little speaking on the pick, new 1, 2, and 3. And it went as expected.
Yeah, as it should have went, because a lot of people wanted Scoot in what is it, Charlotte for
Oh,
some odd reason.
because it fits better. It fits better with Dame in Portland with a small
Yeah.
forward. I don't understand. I mean, shoot, Melo and this dude, two guard running is probably in this NBA, it probably would be very, very effective.
But they have too many guards on that side in
I mean, to
Charlotte.
a lesser
So
degree, it's kind of like Memphis with Desmond Bain and Jaws the driver and Desmond's the shooter. So I mean, I
yeah.
guess um, Desmond Bain played a really good season. Just to put that on note, them twins who from overtime elite went in the top five, which is interesting. I mean, I know they're like extremely athletic, but overtime elite.
Yeah, I know it's crazy that only one person, I think only one person out of the top five came from like an actual college. And that was who? Brandon Miller. The
Yeah,
rest of them are from either G League or I didn't even know you could get drafted from overtime elite. So this is news to me. That they must be really
you got to
good.
be 19. That's the only thing you have to be at the rules as they stand right now. You have to be above 19, and you have to either play in college or somewhere.
Hmm.
You got to be 19 to go to the draft. So I mean, I wouldn't get too familiar with the overtime elite because these dudes are just anomalies.
Right.
And even last year, I think like Rob Dillingham and Jared McCain, they played overtime elite or this last
Hmm.
season, and they're going to college. So, or at least for this next class is about to get drafted, the top players are in college. So,
Yeah.
and then Anthony Black, which is
Yeah. I was not expecting him to go 6.
crazy because he wasn't even a top five. He was a 5-star his senior year, and this dude
Uh-huh.
like a top 10 pick, which is really really crazy to me. But hey, good for him. U of H, we got our first lottery pick of my era. Obviously the back in the day, Hakeem, who went number one in '83, but
Mm.
eighth pick to the Wizards, and I think they traded him to the Pacers. So Jarris Walker to the Pacers.
Mm.
Another Dallas product at 10 got drafted by the Mavs, but I don't think he went to the Thunder. Cason Wallace from Richardson.
Yeah. Okay.
hmm Notable names or I mean, notable things that probably make a difference for teams. I don't see. I mean, we got pick 17. We're probably the best team that had a highest pick. Yeah. And we got that dude, the point guard from Indiana. He's a like 6'6" guard.
Mhm.
He has an NBA body. I mean, his
Yeah,
style of play in college is very, pro like game, but we'll see. Because I mean, we have good guards already. Like we have Austin
yeah.
Reeves and stuff, so I don't really know. But besides, I mean, I think this was a deep draft. I mean, besides the top three, I don't know who can make a really big impact, at least to a helping team or to a team that could do something next year.
I would keep an eye on Keontae. I like the way that, well, I like his
Oh,
highlights.
he went to Utah.
Yeah. And I think that's a pretty good place for him because, I mean, they have solid guards, but they don't have just amazing. Who did they trade Mike Conley for? Who did they get in return?
Who did
I
Mike
don't
Conley
remember.
go to? He went to Minnesota.
Yes.
Um,
So low key, he might be able to start.
no. He's definitely not starting. They have Colin Sexton. They have Jordan Clarkson, who's a guard that starts. Um,
Jordan Clarkson could probably go back to the bench.
oh no. You got to factor in the status and the money here. He get paid too much money to come off the bench for a rookie. Uh,
True, but
who else? Oh, and they signed Chris Dunn. I don't know if you remember him, but he was almost out the league. He came back. He played good for the Jazz last year. Taylor Horton Tucker.
Deontay,
That's who starts. THT. THT starts.
okay, THT is good. Okay, that's who starts.
Yeah.
Now, as far as everybody else, the other guards that we just named, I'm sure he can outwork them. He's
Now
younger and he's
he
less
can
in.
get some playing time. They don't even have that many. They have one, two, three, four, five, literally five guards that's on their roster that's not a two-way player. So I mean, obviously they knew they need another guard. They drafted one. He'll play for Utah for sure. He'll play. I think
And
they'll be
Utah will be solid again, except they'll maintain it longer this season, hopefully, this upcoming
maybe.
season.
I forgot. They also have Walker
You know,
Kessler, who's probably gonna make a big jump this year.
he's great.
He's really, really good. Yeah. Um, it's just crazy because some like a lot of these players I saw in high school, because some of these people are from Texas. So like, we watched them
Mhm.
and stuff. But yeah, nothing really too crazy after that. But back to the reports. So Chris Paul was traded this past week. Also, who else was traded?
Marcus Smart from the Celtics and
That's
KP from the Wizards.
that's it. That deal. So at first it was a three-way trade, but that fell through.
Mhm.
Celtics still wanted Porzingis, so they made it work. Okay, initially it was Celtics and Brogdon or Brogdon
Yeah,
Porzingis. That was a swap, but Clippers didn't want that part, so
because
they
he's
ended up
injured,
trading Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies.
which is so sad. I just knew that Marcus was going to retire a Celtic, and
I
I could
wanted
tell
that.
he got traded. Really loves that city, so
I had a
that's
feeling. I guess he played bad this year in the playoffs, or they're like he just one of them type of people. Because I mean, he has been there longest. So I guess he does have this,
yeah.
I wouldn't say star power, but authority, to take whenever he wants, take over and do
Yeah,
whatever. But I mean, you got Jason Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown. This is not your job whatsoever, Marcus. But I mean,
maybe Jaylen Brown couldn't show up. No wonder he had to take so many shots.
it's unfortunate because it got him traded. But so Boston is Chris Porzingis, which is Chris Stapps had a really, really quietly good last season or good season last year. So
Love the unicorn.
it's very, very scary. If he never got hurt, I'm very sad he left Dallas because they would have beat the Clippers in the bubble if he didn't tear his knee up that series.
Yeah,
Um, dang, I forgot it because that was Luca and him was pretty crazy.
they
But
seem, as Dallas fans, they don't think that way. But
it's just because he was hurt. Like, and it's annoying. I'm a Lakers fan with these past few years. It's annoying when they're hurt, but I mean, last year he showed. I mean, he's 7'3". He can
yeah,
shoot. That separates him right there. And he's all. I mean, you're 7'3", you're gonna automatically be a good defender. So that I mean, shoot, that gives Boston a person who can play on
flattering that
the
he
end
can
and defense.
contest.
Yeah. And he can give them something on the block, which Robert Williams couldn't do. Because
Right.
I didn't even know this either. Kristaps Porzingis was getting block buckets last year, doing a lot of back to the basket stuff, which is good. Good to
He's
see.
just very.
I'm like dad. I like the big man down there getting in the paint. Yeah, he just so I'm looking at Marcus Smart's stats for this playoffs and last season compared to his defensive player of the year season.
In which he shouldn't have won, should have been Mikal, but yeah.
I mean, he took a little bit of a dip, but nothing too crazy. I guess they just, they saw a deal, so they wanted to make something happen.
That's
Um,
just sad.
it is sad, but I mean, it's the business.
But at the
Just
same time, it's sad for that he had to leave the Celtics. But in terms of Memphis, this is great for Ja because Marcus Smart is not gonna put up with that BS that Ja be on. And he can keep their head afloat while Ja is serving his suspension until what? Christmas. So yeah. Blessing in disguise. Ja
I
about to
mean,
get his
it's great. They literally just replaced what's his name with a like an offensively better version of Dylan Brooks. He's smaller,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I guess better defensively too. He actually won Defensive Player of the Year. So, and now
Have they even got rid of Dylan yet?
huh?
Have they even got rid of Dylan?
They made it clear that he ain't coming back.
He's still not off the roster. What are they waiting for? I think I should be waiting for them.
No,
Watching.
they're like because he's a free agent, so they're just like saying
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
sign you, yeah. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, it starts in a couple of days. What is it? Saturday, June 1st, July 1st.
I'm not sure. Probably.
That's when that's when stuff starts. So I guess he'll officially be off the roster then. But yeah, Marcus to the Grizzlies will be good, and like you said, to hold up them while Jaw's gone. But it's sad that they had to part ways with Tyus
Yeah.
Jones too. But hey, the
I
Wizards kind of built them a little bit. Yeah, he got traded to the Wizards, but he'll be a starter, and I'm not mad at that. He's like a
Yeah,
really good point guard. I don't want to make the
he
comparison
is.
with Chris Paul, but he's the closest to Chris
I'll
Paul.
give him that.
Yeah, he's the closest. He doesn't turn
I'll
over
give
the
him that.
ball. He gets assists. He does the things he needs to do. So
Yeah.
I wish him the best in Washington.
I
At
was hoping that the
Washington,
Suns
they
would
got to
try to
pay.
go get him, but
He's too expensive. He plays too well.
that's the trade that I wanted them to make for DA. Give them DA and give us Stephen A. and Tyus. That would have been perfect for me. But nobody wants DA, clearly. So
It's unfortunate. Reports. So just a lot of people declining their options. Chris Middleton's probably one of the biggest ones. He declined his option with the Bucks. He's gonna become a free agent, but they're thinking he's
he'll
probably
probably
gonna sign.
resign.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for him to go. He's injury prone and he only plays good against the Suns.
um couple teams are inquiring about Tobias Harris.
He needs to stay where he's at. His father seems to think that he's better than what he is. Relax.
No, Tobias is really good, but I mean he's in Philly.
That's a great role for him. He can still get buckets when he needs to. He just needs his star and MVP of his team to show up and not try to blame the loss on him.
And also it's their fan base. If you didn't see what he said earlier today. They be making him mad. Let me see.
Oh, GG's, he's gone. And
He said casual fans, they'll trade me for a crumble cookie. But it's more like he was saying how he's like he shoot 40% from three, blah blah. They just don't respect him. But
I don't want to pay for him to come to us, but I wouldn't mind having him. But not to trade him for DA, no.
That's a good trade. He gonna knock down. He shoots 40% from three.
Yeah, but then we're out of the center.
And he defends too. He's a really good defender.
Yeah.
But like you said, his best thing is in Philly, I think, right now at least. But another player who could help because he can defend, Dante DiVincenzo. He's gonna be a free agent.
I think we could get him.
Yeah, I was about to say he's kind of cheap. He'll get picked up by a contender, I think. Because he can.
But if the Warriors lose him, wrap it up.
Who's that? Well, I mean, they got Chris Paul.
He's not. Look now, with Steph Curry ankle, Clay everything, Chris Paul hands, hammy, ankle, whatever, growing. It's just not gonna work.
I guess we'll see. They're making the moves over there. Victor's coming back. Victor Oladipo's going back to the Heat. He took his team option, or he took his player option for next year. Like you said earlier, Portland is just all this extra stuff. So to put a bow on this, to put a bow on Portland for a little bit, they're just gonna be being very aggressive in this trade or this free agency window whenever it does start on July 1st.
Then take DA. Take him.
If they can get him, they'll get him.
Jesus.
They're gonna try, but
give us Nurkic and Anthony Simons, will be fine.
No.
Wait, matter of fact, no. I don't want Nurkic. I want Clint Capella. That's who I want.
Clint. Oh yeah, I forgot. Somebody's talking about if DeAndre Ayton could just learn how to play like Clint Capella, he would be amazing for the Suns. Somebody said that today.
That would mean play worse offensively. We just need him to play defense. He gonna get pissy every time he don't touch the ball. Well, baby, get ready to have a touch.
It's just completely effort and has no expectation. Yes. Clint he rim runs and he don't expect
yes.
But DeAndre Ayton expects a couple of jumpers every once in a while.
He got turned into a rim runner. Well, I don't know if he was doing it with James Harden before, but when Chris Paul got there, hey, they was locked in. And then he went to Trey. Trey is essentially one and the same as Chris Paul. He's a great passer, so it's the same difference.
Yeah, the pick and roll.
Oh,
great, and I don't know. He's a talent. I mean, he's the number one overall pick. You got to look at it from his point of view. I'm supposed to be the guy, you know.
Well, baby, bye. Shoot, because for somebody who want to be the guy, you got to play like you want to be the guy, so we can give you more respect. Don't just come.
I don't know. Well, also, Naz Reid is signed back with the Timberwolves, which is really sad.
Darn it. That is sad.
Oh, but now they have 3 centers who are $200 million.
Oh, yeah.
Cat's out of there.
That new CBA is going to wear them out if somebody don't leave.
Cat is gone. They're going to have to trade him because they're not going to, and because Anthony Edwards is up for an extension and Jaden McDaniels. And
McDaniels won't get paid that much, but Ant deserves everything that he gets.
Jaden McDaniels is going to get an extension. If it comes down to extending Jaden or trading Cat, they're going to trade Cat because you don't get too many
why can't it be Rudy
defenders, huh?
Why can't it be Rudy? Because Anthony Edwards has like openly expressed he doesn't like him.
They embarrassed himself with that trade. Much because I mean they have to. They gave up way too much for Rudy. You got to take him now. And also he did when they were playing to start the season, or even when Cat went out, what he was supposed to do. He had defense and they were good. So I mean, he did his job of bringing to the team. But I mean, I don't understand. It's not a big shifter in the West or anything. But he resigned. Besides that, I mean, John Collins was traded to the Jazz for Rudy Gay. Just a salary dump for Atlanta. I mean, like nothing really too crazy. I know for us Lakers, I think we're the big moves, rumors and stuff are no longer there. We're just going to try to re-sign everybody, which is, hey, I mean, we went to West Conference Finals. Maybe we can just tweak stuff a little bit and, do it. Or maybe just not run into Denver and then we'll have a chance. But besides that, I don't think anything too significant besides, just who's available to be traded and stuff in the free agency market.
Yeah. Now we're just waiting for July 1st for some big moves to start happening, unfortunately. I think there's traction on Kyle Kuzma going to the Kings. I don't know how true that is because everybody's putting out rumors.
I hate that.
I mean, I don't like it either, simply because I want him in Phoenix, but we damn sure can't afford him, so I don't know.
He don't like to well, he do. He sat down for us. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Him in Sacramento, it just doesn't work. If he's coming back to California, he wants to be in LA. I know what it is. He shot 34, 30%, or no, he shot 33% from 3.
It was a rough season for him, but sometimes he got it going. But most times it was like Bad games. But there was a lot of injuries on that side. So the number one option like switched every other night in Washington because one of their threes was always hurt.
Mm. Well, coming to the end, if you don't have anything else.
Do we have anything else? I don't know. I think that's it. We talked about Dante, talked about Vic. Just waiting now till July 1st, and then we'll probably have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. This
I
is
mean,
already one of the craziest free agencies I've seen.
I don't know who can. Houston's been quietly building them something down there, but that's not going to come to something. That's not going to come to fruition for a couple of years. But
30 wins next season, I betcha.
30. But somebody, I don't know who gonna make a big move because like the CBA, you can't. It's not. There's no more big like. Oh crap! Well, I mean, I guess with y'all this year, but Bradley, I don't look at Bradley Bill like that crazy. But
No, and I don't know why Suns fans do either. They keep
I
on
mean,
trying to gas it up.
he's a
We have
great player,
top
but
10 players.
we'll
Like, please
see
be
what
serious.
happens. But well, July 1st, hopefully Lakers get on to re-signing Austin and Rui immediately. I know we got a team option on Vanderbilt, which will be picked up. There's no way we let him walk at all. I think we have a team option on Malik Beasley, and those players are interesting. What about Vando?
You could probably find an upgrade off Vando. He's good. He's great defensively. I'm not even going to say good,
That
but he lacks offensively. Oh, and D'Lo is gone. You're not re-signing him. You're going to find someone else for him.
I would hope.
Maybe that's why they signed the 6 card. But I doubt that he'd take that many minutes.
No,
But
he's not. He's not playing. We got Max Christie too, who we drafted last year, who's also like 6'8", and he played this season. So if anybody's young to play, it'd be Max. But I don't know. D'Angelo Russell's still there. I just think they wouldn't have signed him if we would have got Kyrie because we can still get him back. I don't know. I'm interested in y'all, what them Warriors do. I know Bruce Brown is out of Denver, so that's probably going to be a good like glue piece for somebody. That's who it is. That's who it'll be, Milwaukee, because they got to sign back their players, Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez.
I'm not too worried about them.
And I think if they can get Brook, LA gonna try to go get him, which I'm not mad because we had Brook Lopez the first year LeBron was there, and we freaking let him walk.
I guess. I mean, it won't help.
Brook Lopez he was number 2 in blocks, and he almost won Defensive Player of the Year if Jaren Jackson wasn't such a monster this year.
It won't help you guys.
Crazy.
He's old. What is he, like 36? And then everybody else is old and injury prone.
But Brook don't get injured.
Does he not? I could have sworn he was there for a significant time this year. Maybe it was Steven Adams.
He played 78 games this year.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He did.
He's old though, dude.
He shot 37% from 3. Yeah, he averaged 2 blocks, or he averaged 3 blocks a game. Yeah. He would do some good stuff. So that'll be a good thing for them. See if they can re-sign him. But
I think we have a better chance to get him before y'all do.
No way. Y'all don't have money.
If we trade DA, we have all the money in the world because that's who's robbing us blind. Like
that'd be a funny trade. It wouldn't work.
It would totally work. No, it wouldn't because he doesn't run any pick and rolls. He's big and slow.
Who, Brook?
Yes. He doesn't fit our team. Never mind. We need a rim running big that plays great defense and can move laterally.
Yeah, he don't fit y'all team. He's a perimeter big, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see what happens. Those probably the first few people and first few teams to do because that's within their own team to do their bidding and stuff on July 1st. So until then, let's just be looking out. I wonder when the FIBA basketball starts this year.
I'm not sure if that will start before or after the summer league, which I really want to go to so bad. But
it starts after the summer league.
Okay, so yeah.
It starts August 25th and ends September 10th. So it ends right before what is like the training camp is in October or late September, early October.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they gonna go right into it. It's okay. It's the bum, not the bums, because Austin Reeves is playing, but
he's the funniest out of everyone.
The second tier of Team USA. So that I'm just ready for some basketball, some more basketball. But that's all I got for this episode. I'm excited. I'm excited for next time because then we'll be a couple days past the free agency opening up, and a lot of stuff will come to fruition.
I bet you no moves get made and we just gonna be sitting here and wait. Oh my gosh, I can't. I need something exciting to happen, bro. I'm so bored.
When does the summer league start?
July 5th-ish, 7th, something. I think July 7th, 17th.
July 3rd. Oh, perfect. Because California, they go first. California is Salt Lake City. So the Vegas one starts July 7th, but California, Salt Lake City do theirs earlier. But yeah, y'all don't play until Vegas. Phoenix, yeah.
We don't really have a team.
But we'll be in that California Classic playing Miami, so. But yeah, so next week, everybody tune in to the summer league games. Watch them. Your team, your favorite team's second tier players, the two-way guys they may sign, the new rookies.
Don't get too excited because Victor's not playing, so don't even tune into the Spurs. He's not going to be there.
I don't know. I think he may play a little bit.
He needs to.
They said he's not going back to play in the World Cup, so I'm thinking he's gonna do this if he's not gonna go play over there.
I assumed he wasn't going to play at all to avoid injury, but which I will blame him. But
well, until the next time, close us on out.
All right, then. Y'all know where to find us on Apple Podcast and Spotify podcast. She the NBA Junkie, and on YouTube, B-Ball Junkies 8446.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.